co-host, so you're welcome to start recording now. And yes, because Vavai has started to record.
Recording in progress.
I would also like to thank you for those newcomers who finally make it to come to my class. Welcome to my class. Okay, right now I'm still trying to explain the activities that we would like to do tonight. And anyone would like to be the second volunteer to record the class this evening? I've made Vavai, and then I can take one or two more volunteers to record the class. Anyone would like to do that? You're welcome to raise your hand if you are willing to record our class this evening. Anyone? Other than Vavai, of course. No one? Mukti, yes, Pak Mukti. I will make you. Actually, I'm making you my co-host. So, Pak Mukti, you can now start recording if you like.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sorry, I will be coughing all the time during our class tonight. I hope you don't mind with that. I'm so sorry. First of all, I have to do it. So coughing cannot be avoided. It comes on and on and on and on. Okay, right. I can't tell, but apparently from the participants, I see that there is one using President University. Is there any one of you from this class part of the university and is able to use the university name for joining my class? Anyone in the class?
Hello, sir. Sir, I'm using the President University email. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Who's this? Who's this speaking, by the way?
Salsa, sir.
So Salsa.
I think
I saw. Yeah, Vavai, do you know who he is or who she is?
I don't know, sir, but I would like to answer Salsa. It is not Salsa because the display name is President University.
That is the reason why. I would like to ask anyone from here. So those who is using, for the person who is using President University, would you like to introduce yourself? I can't really tell whether you are my students or you're my colleague from university that I don't know of. Let me check. Is the particular person still?
I
Yes.
forgot to rename myself.
Hi.
I'm your student as well.
Right.
My name is Rani Ranita.
Who?
Rani,
Sorry?
sir. Rani Ranita,
Rani.
sir.
Rani Ranita.
Yeah.
Rani Ranita. That name sounds very familiar.
She is head of academic, sir.
Right. Are you the one that I contacted this morning, Rani?
Yes, sir.
Right. Oh, would you like to show your name as well so I don't see President University there, Rani? Rani? Oh,
I'm sorry. I think I joined with the account of President University and not my account.
I see.
So, yeah.
So you can't change the name, yeah?
Yes,
Fine,
sir.
it's fine. Yeah, so Vavai, make sure you have started your recording. So I know that now Bureni is actually existing in our class, not the unknown person. Yeah, Vavai?
Okay, sir. Noted, sir.
Yeah, Bureni, I use the, well, you have changed. Like normally I use this recording from Vavai to check the attendance of the students, like based on my experience a couple of weeks back, like a couple of weeks ago. Apparently some of you that I'm not planning to mention your names in this class, some of you were ghosting in terms of you were not in the class, but apparently after the class I checked and your attendance was present, and that was quite upsetting me in terms of the type of integrity issue. All right, so that is the reason why I normally now ask everybody to show up their names So when I check the recordings, I could see that you're actually there. Okay, right. Well done. That's the introduction. We have Vavai, we have Pak Mukti to record the class, and yes, we would like to go to our second session for this evening, and it will be students' presentation. I believe it will be group 9, which will present conjunctions, and group 9 would be, allow me to check. Group 9 consists of Ajeng, Elizabeth, and Farida. Ajeng, Elizabeth, and Farida. Are you all here, Ajeng?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ajeng, great. So Ajeng, Elizabeth are here, and Farida. Is Farida here as well?
Yes, sir.
Great. Good. So Ajeng, Farida, and Elizabeth, which one of you would like to be the moderator and share the screen? I will make you my co-host.
Me, sir. Farida will be the moderator.
Outstanding. Okay, I'm making you now my co-host. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we will have the group 9, Farida, Ajeng, and Elizabeth. And group 9, the floor is yours.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of presentations. My name is
Sorry.
Farida.
Farida, I think the
Yes.
slide is still position present. Wait, it is only me or the other also?
You guys
Yes,
can
it's
start
present.
present.
Yeah, Sam Papavai.
Now it's already moving or not?
No,
No.
I think
option.
Farida need to click present and then you can share screen.
Wait, yeah.
It's
Now already
okay now?
moving?
Yes, it's okay now.
Yes.
Farida.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's presentation. I am Farida Zuzunisa. You can call me Farida. I'm a student of Master of Management in Technology at President University, and I will be your moderator for today's sessions. In this very special moment, I would like to introduce you our presenter. The first one is Miss Elizabeth Irsan. She is a student of Master of Management in Technology at President University. And also the second one is Miss Ajeng Diah Permatasari. She is also a student of Master of Management in Technology at President University. Today, they will be present about the conjunctions. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome our presenter to start the presentations. Miss Elizabeth and Miss Ajeng, the place is yours.
Okay, thank you, Farida. Can you move to the next slide? Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for your time, especially our lecturer, Mr. Nugroho. My name is Elizabeth Irsan, but you may call me El. I'm a student of the Master Management in Technology at President University. So I like to talk to you today about the conjunction, and the lesson objective for today are define the meaning of the conjunction, and also we have differentiative between the parallel structure, subordinate conjunction, and the period conjunction. So let's move to the first part. Next, please. So for the first, we have to know the conjunction. Yeah. So the first, we have to know what is a conjunction. As you can see on the screen, there are a lot of words, isn't it? Yeah. So a conjunction is a word that links to other words, phrases, and clauses together. Conjunction can be classified as the coordinating, subordinating, and correlative. As you can see in the slide, there are words like and, yet, unless, if, but, and so on. Imagine like conjunction like a sentence of glue. They are help the link words or phrases or the sentence together, making your writing flow smoothly. But let's dive deeper to the conjunction. Next slide. So, I will explain at glance about the parallel conjunction, parallel conjunction, and the subordinating conjunction. So the parallel conjunction are not specific category of the conjunctions like the coordinating conjunction. Instead of the parallelism or parallel structure is a grammatical or rhetorical concept. It refers to using a similar grammatical structure when connecting the words, phrases, or the clauses to express idea or equal right. So the parallel conjunction are specific type of the conjunction in which two conjunctions work together as pair to connect elements in sentence. They often used to introduce two related ideas, emphasizing the equal importance of the both ideas. Paired conjunction are sometimes called the correlative conjunction. And for the third, we have subordinating conjunction, which will be explained by my friend Ajeng later. But these are like the big siblings of the conjunction. They link independent clauses with the dependent clauses. Next slide. So, one use of the conjunction is to connect words or phrases that have the same grammatical function in sentence. For example, Steve and his friends are coming to the dinner. The coordinating conjunction here is and it because it connects two nouns. Noun here are the Steve and his friend. I would like to ask the participant to be my to help me reading the second. Maybe I'll choose Rangga. Can you help me to read the part B?
Yeah. Number one is Steve and his friend are coming to dinner. The coordinating conjunction with and.
The part B, sorry.
Oh, sorry. These shoes are old but comfortable.
So, Rangga, can you help me why the coordinating conjunction here is bad?
Because the information is about shoes old, but they have two information, old and comfortable. I think that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. This conjunction is bad because it's connect to adjective old and comfortable. And also we have he wants to watch TV or to listen to some music. The conjunction here is or because it's connect to infinitive. So for you who do not infinitive are usually formed by using the word to followed by base from the verb like to eat, to run, to swim. And in this case, to watch TV and to listen is infinitive. So the next is Steve, Joe, and Alice are coming to the dinner. The conjunction here is optional, but also correct. Like Steve, Joe, and Alice are coming to the dinner. Next slide, please. So I would like sorry. So for here, can you help me to spot the incorrect? I will choose one audience to help me find the incorrect in this sentence. Sorry. Sorry. Papa Fai, can you help me notice the incorrect in this sentence?
Why me? So I think the incorrect is comma before n should be no, there is no comma. Steve and Joe are coming to dinner. Actually, I do not see the clue.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, next slide, please. Farida, next slide. Okay, yes, Papafai is correct. No, the before. Okay, Papafai is correct. Like incorrect is no comma because no commas are used if there are only two parts of parallel structure. So yeah, the correct one is Steve and Joe are coming to the dinner. Next. So this means that when we using parallel conjunction, you are joining words, phrases, and clauses that have some grammatical structure and serve a similar role in a sentence. Here are more detailed explanation of the concept. We have equal importance, that connect elements are equally important or significant within the context of the sentence. They indicate that no element is superior or inferior to the others. This help presenting information balanced and fair. For example, we have the conference emphasize networking, collaboration, and innovation. So in this sentence, networking, collaboration, and innovation are all considered equal important aspect of the conference. And the second, we have equal structure. The elements joined should have the same grammatical structure. For example, if you are connecting nouns, elements should be nouns, and if you are connecting verbs, phrase, they should all be verbs, phrase. This ensure like grammatical consistency and clarity in the sentence. For example, here we have Sis enjoy hiking, swimming, and cycling. All these three activities, hiking, swimming, and cycling, are verbs, ensuring equal structure in the sentence. So the third, we have similar role. The elements connected by a parallel conjunction typically perform a similar function in the sentence. They may be a part of a list, part of the comparison, or element of the same category that need to be linked together for coherence. Example, here, he can either take the bus, ride a bike, or walk to work. So here, take a bus, ride a bike, and walk to work all serve the transportation option for the same purpose and have the similar role in sentence. Next. So here are explanation for each of the sample of parallel structure. We have a yet. The example is he is rich, yet he's not happy. Yet introduce a contrast in the sentence. It's conveyed that despite being rich, the person is not happy. And we have and the example is I like both pizza and pasta. The sentence use and to connect two items, pizza and pasta. So for the parallel structure 4, I would like to invite Puji to help me identify why she study for the exam and was well prepared. Why 4 is the parallel structure. Or anyone can help answer? So if not, yeah, it's okay. So 4 is used to connect to related clauses. The first clause states the purpose studying for the exam, and the second clauses provide the result being well prepared. You can read all the example here. So I will go to the next slide, please. Okay, so let's solve this challenge. So underline is the parallel structure and give pattern that issue. If you read the Betty answer, you know the answer. So the example here, the old man is extremely kind and generous, and the answer is adjective and adjective because and connect the adjective kind and generous. So can anyone help me answer solve the challenge? You can raise your hand. Okay, Pak Papai.
The answer is number 2, noun and noun, calculator and sweater.
Okay, can we show the answer, Farida? Yes. Pak Hafai, correct. The answer is B, noun and noun. Pak Hafai, can you tell me why it's noun and noun?
Because it is actually a thing, the calculator, not the adjective, the like maybe good or bad or something like that.
Yeah, because like this it connecting two parallel nouns, a pocket of calculator and a wool of sweater. These are noun. Next. One more. Can anyone help me or still Pak Hafai want to answer? So this parallel structure makes repeating the same words unnecessary. Like this challenge using parallel conjunction. Can you help me to make it just one sentence? If not, I will ask Brian to help me answer the question.
I need to combine it into one sentence, right?
Yep.
The country lane was narrow, steep, and muddy.
Yep. Can we show the answer? Thank you, Brian. Yeah, describe a parallel structure because all the three, narrow, steep, and muddy, are used to describe the subject, the country line, and are joined by the country and. So can we move for the next slide? So, as I mentioned at the beginning. Okay, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, that paired conjunction are a specific type of conjunction which two conjunctions work together as a pair to connect elements in the sentence. Next. So here we have both my mother and sister are here. So the conjunction is both and to use connect the two similar ideas or elements. And we have yesterday is not only rain but also snow. Not only and but also used to emphasize both parts of the sentence. So here's a why important. Not only plus verb plus but also plus verb. In this construction, both parts of the conjunction should be a verb. Next. So you can also use this tip to know the paired conjunction. For example, used in the complete sentence. Example, although it was rain, it is dependent clause because this part of the sentence cannot stand alone as the complete thought. So we decide to go for what independent clause. These main clauses that forms as complete thought and can be stand alone as the sentence. And we have connect conjunction and contrast. Example, she can either choose the red dress or the blue one. The conjunction either and or introduce the contrast between two alternatives. It indicates that the choice between red dress and the blue dress and only one can be selected. And the third, we have conjunction and addition. Example, she is both intelligent and hardworking. In the sentence, both and adds to description of the person. It combines the quality of intelligence and hard work to provide the comprehensive view of individual. Next. And also we have conjunction and alternative. Example, you can either study for the math exam or prepare for the science test. The pair either and or indicate that there are two options: studying for the math exam or preparing for the science test. And we have conjunction and consequences. Connects the intensity of the rain and the consequence of the street were flooded. And the sixth, we have conjunction emphasis. Here's not only but also emphasize that accomplishment. It highlights that she didn't just finish the project, but she wants to be on the expectation. Next slide. So I would like to ask you again to help me solve this challenge. So in each sentence, please identify the correct paired conjunction to complete the sentence correctly. Choose from the following conjunction like either or, neither, nor, not only, but also, and both. Can anyone raise the hand to answer? or I can ask maybe Stanley, and yeah, Stanley first, Pak. Is Stanley here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
can you
so I
help me
think
answer
for
number 1 and 2?
I think the number one is she wanted to, I'm not really sure, but either watch a movie or go shopping.
Okay. Anyone want to answer? Then what about number 2? Stanley.
I think the restaurant serve either vegetarian dishes and vegan options.
Okay. The answer is, sorry, can you repeat?
The restaurant serve either vegetarian dishes and vegan options.
Okay. Does anyone have different answer? Okay. If no, we will show the answer later. Can anyone help me answer number 3 to number 5? Maybe Papa 5 again.
Number 3, neither Tim or Sarah could attend the event.
Okay. Number 4 to 5, Pak.
The team could choose either the red jersey or the blue jersey.
Okay.
And number 5, neither the cat or the dog can enter the garden.
Okay, thank you, Stanley and Papa 5. Can we show the answer? Okay, actually the answer is number 1. She want to either watch a movie or go shopping. Explanation in this sentence, the choice between watching a movie or going to shopping. So we can use either and or to express the choices between the two options. And number 2, Stanley correct for the first one. The restaurant serve both vegetarian dishes and vegan option. In this sentence, the restaurant offer both vegetarian dishes and vegan options. So we can use both and to indicate the combination of the two options. And the number 3 is correct. Neither Tim nor Sar. Remember, neither is neither with nor. In the sentence, neither Tim or Sarah is able to attend the event, so we can use neither order to express the negative condition. For number 3, we have the team could choose either the red jersey or the blue jersey. In this sentence, the team has choice between the red jersey or the blue jersey, so we can use either to express the choice between the two options. And neither the cat nor the dog can enter the garden. In this sentence, neither cat or nor the dog is allowed to enter the garden, so we use neither and nor to express the negative condition. Next. Okay, that's it for my part. The subordinating conjunction will be explained by Ajeng. Ajeng, the mic is yours.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ajeng Dia Permatasari. You may call me Ajeng. I'm also a student of Master of Management in Technology at President University. So you have learned the parallel and pair conjunction, and now I will take my part to present to you about the subordinating conjunctions. Okay, right. Next. Yeah, I do believe that we actually unconsciously or even consciously use this subordinating conjunction in daily basis. So the example of the subordinate conjunction, the first is she started reading when she was 5. The subordinating conjunction is when. And the second example is because of the weather, she decided to stay home. So the subordinating conjunction in here is because. Why? And how the formula is, I will tell you on the next slide. Next. All right, so this is the formula on how using the subordinating conjunction. There are two formula. So the first formula is independent clause plus subordinating conjunction plus dependent clause. The example, I shuffles the deck of cards before dealing out the cards. So the I shuffle the deck of the cards, it is the independent clause, and before is the conjunction. Dealing out the cards is dependent clause, and we will see more examples later on. The second formula, subordinating conjunction plus dependent clause, including comma, plus independent clause. So the difference is the subordinating conjunction at the front of the sentence. So the example, even though my family wouldn't like it, comma, I bought a fur coat anyway. So even though is the conjunction, my family wouldn't like it is the dependent clause, including comma, and I bought a fur coat anyway is an independent clause. All right, next. So actually there are so many subordinating conjunctions, but in here we take a common subordinating conjunction. So in here you see some of subordinating conjunction. For example, when is actually indicates time or a specific point in time. For example, I call you when I arrive. And then before shows the order of event. For example, finish your dinner before you have dessert. And then while, which indicates ongoing activity. For example, she listen to music while she's working. And then although, this is to express contrast or consension. For example, although he's young, he's very talented. And then because this is we often to use this, right? So this because is indicates a cause and effect relationship. For the example, he stayed home because it was raining. And then next is although or though. So this is the same, yeah, show contrast and also consension. And then if. So if is refers to introduce a condition. For example, if you finish your homework, you can go out to play. And then since. So it refers to suggest or suggest a reason or a time. For example, since you are here, you can help me with this. And then unless it implies a condition with a negative outcome, like I won't go out unless it stops raining. And the last is as if or as though. For example, she acted as if she had seen a ghost. So it used to compare hypothetical situations or appearances. Next. All right, so actually there are 6 types on using this subordinating conjunction. There are time subordinating, cause and effect subordinating, condition subordinating, concession subordinating, purpose subordinating conjunction, comparing subordinating conjunction, and the last is comparing subordinating conjunction. So for time subordinating conjunction, these conjunctions are used to show when an action take place. This is include like when, after, and while. Yeah, the example you can see in here, we use when. For example, she goes to gym when she finishes work. And then next is cause and effect subordinating. These conjunctions explain why something happened or what causes it. Yeah, for example, she stayed home because she wasn't feeling well. And then another example is since it was raining, they decided to stay indoors. And then condition subordinating. condition subordinating, these conjunctions introduce conditions or circumstances under which something happens. For example, if she will go for a walk if the weather improves, or unless like he won't join us for lunch unless he finishes his work. In case, yeah, we often to use this. In case, take an umbrella in case it rains, something like that. And then concession subordinating. So you can use concession subordinating to introducing the contrast ideas. So we can use like although, even though, while. Yeah, for example, although it was late, she stayed at the party. Or while, like she passed the test while not feeling well. And then purpose subordinating conjunction. This conjunction explain why an action or event occurs. For example, so that he studied hard so that he could ace the exam. And then in order to, she saved money in order to buy a new car. And then that, he spoke softly so that he wouldn't wake the baby. And the last types of subordinating conjunction is comparison subordinating. You can use then, as, blah, 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 as, and then more, blah, 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 and then. So these conjunctions are used to compare two or more elements. So for example, if you use then, she is taller than her brother. And then as blah, 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 as he is tall as his father. And then more than, so she has eaten more cookies than her friend. Yeah, so that's the types of subordinating conjunction. Next, Farida. All right, so I'm going to invite one of you to answer 1 to 5 because we don't have a time. So I need your help to fill in the blanks with the appropriate subordinating conjunction to complete the sentence. Yeah, you can use because, after, if, unless, and when. Yeah, so maybe I will choose one of you. Chuan, maybe you can help me, Chuan.
Yes, I'm have a look.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will go for a walk. Because it starts raining. Is it correct?
No, we will check later on.
Okay, because, right.
All right, okay. And then number 2. Number 2, Chuan.
Yes, wait, I have a look.
Okay. Okay, you can use because, after, if, unless, and when.
When the movie starts, grab some, how to say, popcorn. Not understand.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. And then also it's me.
Sorry, number 3.
Wait, I have a look. She want to visit the park because it was a sunny day.
All right.
Because, right, we should take an umbrella because it rains.
All right.
No, maybe use, yes. The final one, I can go to the party. Because I finished my homework. No.
Thank you.
It's wrong.
Thank you, Wan. I
Maybe.
will answer. No, thank you very much for your contribution. Farida, could you please next
Yeah.
slide? All right. So this is actually the answer. The first is I'll go for a walk after it stops raining. And the second, when the movie starts, yeah, it's talk about the time, grab some popcorn. And then the third, she wanted to visit the park because, yeah, this is a cause, it was a sunny day. And then we should take an umbrella if it rains. Okay. And then the last is I cannot go to the party unless I finish my homework. So thank you, Chuan, for your contribution. So next,
Thank you.
Farida. Okay. Okay, so the conclusion in here is there are three conjunctions that we have learned: parallel, pair, and also subordinating, which have three different objective to use. The first, the parallel, is used to connect words or phrase. For example, both and, either or, not only, but also, whether or, neither nor, as, blah blah blah, as, so as. So the function is to create a balance and parallel structure in the sentence. And the second is pair, also known as correlative conjunction, came in pairs and work together to connect balance elements in sentence. So for example, either or, both and, not only, but also, neither nor, and whether or. So this function is used to connect two similar elements in the sentence and show how they related. And the last is subordinating, is to join the main clause with the subordinate clause using the subordinating conjunction, which is although, because, if, when, while, since, as, until, unless, after, and before. So it will help add complexity to sentence by providing context, which indicating cause and effect, time relationship, and others. So thank you. Maybe Farida.
All right, now we will proceed to the next agenda, which is question and answer. Before you want to ask your questions, please raise your hand, mention your name and also your major. And I will open this first session of question and answer, and I'll give it to three people. Okay, the first one is Perina. Yes, please, Perina.
Okay, hello, team Kak Farida. So there was an interesting presentation and thank you for the explanation. I would like to ask about the subordinating conjunction, like even though, although, or though. What is the difference between these this conjunction with in spite of or despite? That's all. Sorry, do you guys get my question?
Okay, wait, maybe Kak Ajeng or Kak Elizabeth. Can you please answer Perina's questions?
Okay. Oh, let me think first. Let us.
Okay, so this is thank you, Perina, for your questions. I am answering with my understanding. So if you are using in spite of or despite, it's always followed by a noun. And if you are using although or though, it's always followed by a subject and a verb. Like I said, in the formula of the subordinating conjunction, there are two formula. So when you use although, you will use it at the first as the sentence, because although is always followed by a subject and verb and the main clause and or the clause. And then if you use in spite of, it's going to be after that followed by a noun. So it will be never like in the first of sentence. Maybe sorry. It will be in the first formula, which is main clause, subordinating conjunction, and then also the independent clause or clause. So that's
Okay.
understanding.
Okay, I get the point. Maybe is there any presentation regarding this, more explanation about this, Mr. Agung?
Sorry, Perina, pardon, could you please?
Sorry, I would like to ask, maybe after your presentation, there will be a next presenter that will talk more about this.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it? Oh, okay. Then
Maybe
I
after this, maybe after this we can ask Mr. Agung to help us to
yes.
yeah, to
Okay,
answer
because I need
the question.
example.
Thank you,
Okay.
Perina.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Perina, for the questions. And maybe, is there any questions from the audience here? You may raise your hand, say your name and your major, and ask your questions to our presenter. Or maybe you can write it on the chat box. All right, it's all clear. So yeah, maybe if there is no more questions, so we will have reached the end of our presentations. I would like to say thank you to our presenter for an amazing presentations, and also the audience, and then and also Perina for your active participations. Thank you for your attention, and have a great day, everyone.
Okay, well done. Yes, I apparently received some chat that your presentation is way too long as expected, but I mentioned that let it finish because it's quite interesting presentation. So yes, it's good. I have some comments, not many, some comments, and Betty and I also take note to your question. Allow me later to add something in terms of the explanation regarding the use instead of and in spite of. But first of all, Farida, well done for being moderator. You've been very successful. You've taken all of my feedbacks in the past and you've used it today, which is good. And Elizabeth, right, you have done a great presentation as well. Like you explained lots of details regarding the conjunctions, which are quite interesting for everybody, I suppose. Some things I would like to suggest you is that for Elizabeth and Ajeng, in the future, every time you would like to start your presentation, whatever it is, try to ask a contextual question. Example of contextual question can be something related to your presentation topic. Like, for example, tonight you are presenting something related to conjunction. You are very welcome before you start presenting what conjunction is. You can start, does everybody know what conjunction is? Has anyone encountered conjunctions in your grammar test or in your writing and the like? So these questions can be answered, or sometimes no one answers this question, but it doesn't matter. This is just a contextual question with the purpose to, what do you call that, elevate their attention to you. So in the real class, real presentation, sometimes people talk to each other, sometimes people get sleepy, sometimes people not listening to you, right? By asking this contextual question, it means you can grab their attention back to listen to you. Okay, that is what I would like to tell you. I mean, the rest are great. You involve your participants, which is good. I like it, by giving them questions and ask them to answer some questions that you provided, right? Ajeng and Elizabeth. One further thing I would like to say is that when you provide exercises, right? You provided 5 exercises to your participants to answer. It is good, but please as well try to put the instruction of what would you like the participants to do, right? Instead of just saying it, it's better you put it there as well. Please fill in the blank, right? Fill in the blank using unless, if, because, when, and it has to be on top of the questions, so people don't get confused, right? That's firstly. And then secondly, if we look back, Farida, would you please look back, if you take a look again on your slides, if you could open your slides again. Further back. Again. Slowly, again. Right, stop right here. No, just return to the answer. Right, I mentioned earlier, try to put the instruction of what your participants would like to do, right? What would you like your participants to do about this? Secondly, if you contemplate on the questions from 1 to 5, try to take a look deeper. I thought that all of the answers can be interchangeably used from number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do you think so? Like you can try to put the answer of number 1 either to number 2, number 2 to number 1, 3 to 5, and then accept both, yeah? Accept both. I think either or, neither nor, either or, neither nor, and both and they can be used interchangeably in all of those numbers. So you might well try to find different kind of questions that will definitely differentiate the use of either or, neither nor, both and. Okay, that's the first. That's the second one, and then yep. If I go directly to Perina's question, I did not quite catch Perina's question. So did you ask the presenters today about the use of instead of and in spite of? Merely that question, or
Yes.
what would you like to know?
Yes, sir. What is the difference between like even though, although, with the in spite of or despite?
Right. Okay. Let's try to choose one. Although and in spite of. Yeah, they're the same, right? I mean, firstly, what you need to know, although, what comes out after although is normally a phrase or a sentence. A phrase or a sentence. Although I'm sick, I still can teach you this evening. So although I am sick, that is a phrase or a sentence, right? But when you use in spite of, which has the same meaning as although, right? You have to use noun after that or verb ing. For example, in spite of being sick, right? I can still teach you this evening. That has the same meaning with the previous one I stated earlier. Although I am sick, I still can teach you. In spite of being sick, I still can teach you, right? In spite of being sick. Or you can just say the noun, in spite of sickness, right? So the noun form of I am sick, if you would like to change this sentence into just one noun, you can change into in spite of sickness, comma, I still can teach this class. Okay, so that is merely the difference between in spite of and although. Perina,
Okay, sir. Yes,
is that
it's clear.
already good enough? Okay.
Yes. Thank you,
Great.
sir.
That's right. That's an interesting question. Very good, engaging question, Verina. That everybody should know about this. And then the last one I would like to let you know. This is for everybody, including for the presenters of tonight, right? Farida, if you could open again your slide and try to type something there, I will guide you. Just go back to the exercises. Hey, yep, hang on. Yeah, that's it. That's it. This one. Try to put number 6. Can you try? Can you put number 6? Like add one more question there.
Oh wait, sir. I need to stop present on the Canva first.
Okay. I will give you a question and I need you to write down, and then we'll see if everybody can answer the question. Okay, number 6. Right. Ready, Farida? Neither is neither, yeah? Neither. My sister, nor my brothers with S, my brothers. There are many brothers, right? Blah, blah, blah. Unwell. Today. Okay. Guys, every one of you in this class, right? If I ask you to answer the blank space there using to be, do you know what I mean by to be? Is MR, yeah, because it's today, right? So neither my sister nor my brothers, blah, 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 unwell today. If I would like you to put to be there, which one would you like to use? Is it is? Is it are? Which one?
R, sir.
Vavai, your answer is R?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else would like to try? It's very important. You have to know this. Some questions might come up in TOEFL or any kind of test related to grammar. Anyone?
I think is.
Who's that? Elizabeth? Your answer is. Vavai is R. Okay. 2 answers already there. Anyone else would like to go with Vavai, or anyone else would like to go with Irsan? Is or R?
Sir.
Kevin, yes, you go with Vavai, yeah? R, yeah? Good. Anyone else? Who's that? Ruth, yep.
Yes.
You go with Vavai as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more thing, one more person. And you go with Elizabeth or with Vavai?
I go with L.
Budewi, you go with who?
Yeah, I go with L.
With L.
Elizabeth.
Okay. So 3 against 2. Guys, I would like to let you know now, and I expect you, after I explain this, you will not forget, because it's quite important. Every time there is either or, neither nor, not only but also, right? You know that there are 2 subjects there, right? Always try to use the first coming out, not the second, as your reference to choose whether it's singular or it's plural. Okay? It means when we see the question number 6, neither my sister nor my brothers, the first one is my sister, just one, right? Doesn't care about my brothers. My brothers have many, right? But the reference of this sentence is my sister. So the answer is. Elizabeth and Pudewi, you're right. Kevin, Ruth, and Vavai, I need you to understand this. And for everybody else, always use the reference that you can find in the first subject coming out, not the second, not all of them. Okay? It will include not only but also. If I say not only my sister, just one, but also my brothers is unwell today, because the reference is the first subject coming out. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
that should be all my
If the sir, if the
feedback to you.
sentence change, my sister and my brothers are well, not no need neither. If you use my sister and my brothers, it will be are, right? Are unwell today.
Yes, if you use both and "and", of course you're right. So that is, this one only works with neither nor, either or, not only but also. If you use both my sister, just one, and my brothers, then you count both subject, right? So there are many, not just one. Good, that's a good question, Kevin. Okay. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the presentation of Group 9. Please provide. Yeah, Kevin, yeah.
Vavai,
Yes, go on, Vavai.
according to the last one, for the for the neither, but according to other literature, the answer is are, because when using neither and nor, we treat the subject individually and then use the verb that agrees with the subject closest to it. The subject the verb is unwell, and the closest subject is my brothers. So in this case, my brothers is plural. We are using are. The presence of my sister doesn't change the verb agreement in this context.
Right, I can't tell that's right, Vavai, unfortunately. So there are some things which I need to find the one that is used, because it is the closest one to the verb. But for this one, if you would check again, I think there are some questions that you can see from, I can't really remember, it's been a long time ago. But if there are questions like this, neither nor, either or, not only but also, that's the two conjunctions that are come up together, right? Always choose the first subject as the reference. If the first subject is singular, then use singular. I will have to go back to you to find out the examples of the one that you're stating. So if there are two subjects, the subjects that is nearby the verb or the adjective or the to be is the one that is used. There are some theories of that, but not this one. I will double check and I will come back to you. Okay, Vavai? But
Okay.
for now, it is 100% sure, neither nor, either or, not only but also. Always choose the first as the reference of your verb or to be. Thank you, Vavai, for reminding me. I'm going to have to find the example for the one you just mentioned earlier. Okay. Yes, please give a big applause to Group 9, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir, for the feedback.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Farida. And thank you, Farida, Elizabeth, and Ajeng.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, if we would like to go to Group 10, we have Rita, Vania, and Jisong, right? They will provide, well, they will present the topic related to connectives. Rita, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Right, and then who is the other one? Rita, Vania, are you here, Vania?
Yes, sir.
Right, and Jisong, Jason. Jason.
Yes, thank you.
Right, so if I would like to ask you, which one of you would like to be the moderator and share screen?
Yes, sir. To be here.
Who? Rita?
Rita, yes, sir.
Yep, I am now making you my co-host so that you can start presenting and showing your PowerPoint. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Group 10, the floor is yours.
Okay. Share screen. Stefania.
Yes, already appeared.
Already. Greetings and gentlemen, and thank you to our best lecturer, Mr. Nugroho, for joining us. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rita Purnamasari as moderator. I'm a student in Management Technology at President University, and today we have two co-presenters, Ms. Chandra Jaya and Mr. Jin Song, also master student in Management Technology at President University. The topic our presentation discussed today is characteristics. For the first presenter, Ms. Chandra Jaya, the time is
Okay, thank you for the opportunity and the introduction. And let's go to the next slide. Okay, so today's agenda is for understanding connective that express cause and effects, contrast, and condition. So here I want to ask you guys, maybe there are some of you that already know what is connective. You can write down in the chat box. Please, guys. So, okay. What is connective word? So, connective word is a word that connect two parts of sentences. So, this based on Oxford Dictionary, and for connective is a word or phrase that is used to connect words, phrases, sentences together to form longer sentences and improve the flow of writing. And they can link ideas, provide additional information, compare and contrast, indicate reasons and consequence, and more. And also, connective are also known as linking words or transition words. Next. So why connective word is important? The first one is for enhancing the clarity, improving the flow of the sentence, expressing relationship between one sentence and the other sentence, and developing complex sentences, coherence and cohesion, and give logical presentation, and also give various expression for the writing. So let's talk about cause and effect transition. Connective words are often used to express cause and effect relationship in sentences. So these words help link action, events, or idea to show relationship within a cause, that like the reason something happens, and an effect, the result or consequence of that cause. So here, the cause is more likely to talk about why something can happen and how the situation or what reason. And the effects is talk about what happened. So here, let us compare between due to versus because of. The first one, due to, so this phrase is used to modify the noun. In the other words, due to is used to present the reason for a noun. For the example, the traffic jam was due to a terrible accident at the intersection. So here, the word due to has been used to present the reason for the noun traffic jam. And the reason for the traffic jam, grammatically, a noun entity is a terrible accident. Hence, using the due to correct in these sentences. And for the because of, so this phrase is used to modify the action. In the other words, because of is used to present the reason for an action. So this is the example. the traffic jam happened because of a terrible accident at the intersection. So the word because of is used to present the reason for the action that happened. In this case, the reason why the traffic jam took place is that there was a terrible accident. Next slide, please. Okay. This one is therefore versus consequently. So therefore is an adverb that is used to indicate a conclusion or result that follows logically from something that has been said or done previously. So it is often to connect two statements in a cause and effect relationship, but indicating that the second statement is a logical consequence of the first statement. So here the example is like, I have studied hard for my exam, therefore I expect to get a good grade. And here, that show a clear cause and effect relationship. The first statement is studying hard logically leads to the second statement, which is the expecting a good grade. And for the consequently, it's an adverb that is used to indicate a result or effect that show from particular action or event. And it is often to use the connect two statements in the cause and effect relationship, still the same, but indicating that the first statement is the cause and the second statement is the event. So this is the example. The car ran out of gas. Consequently, we had to walk to the nearest gas station. And same, this is show a clear cause and effect relationship. But here, the first statement, running out of gas, is lead to the second statement, having to walk to the gas station. So this is about so that versus such that. So here, such that or so that is also expresses cause and effect, but for the grammar is different. So for so blah 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 that, it's so plus adjective or adverb plus that. And for the example, it was so windy that we couldn't go sailing. The cause is it was too windy, and the effect is we couldn't go sailing because of it was too windy. And then for such blah 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 that, the grammar is such plus adjective plus noun plus that. And for the example is she's such a charming woman that everybody stares at her. So the cause is she is very charming woman. And the effect is everybody stares at her.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Chandrajaya, for your brief and good explanation. For next, let's call Mr. Jin Song as the second presenter. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rita. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before starting my presentation, let me introduce myself first. So my name is Jin Song Kim. You can call me Jason. Today, I'm excited to share insight about the connective topic in front of you. I shall only take your time around 5 minutes. And during my presentation, if you have any questions, I'm glad to answer at the end of my presentation. So let me start my presentation. Connective with describes contrastive. So connectives are linguistic elements that link different parts of a text, sentences, or discourses. They help create a cohesion and coherence in writing by showing the relationship between different parts of the text. When it comes showing contrast, connectives serve to highlight differences or opposing ideas between clauses, sentences, or paragraphs. So as we can see in this table, here is a table which categorizes various contrastive connectives into 4 different types, which are adverbal clauses, conjunctions, transitions, and prepositions. Next slide, please. Also, this slide shows the other adverb clauses, which are those, although, and even though. So in this part, I'm really pleased that I can add more answer to Miss Perina's question in this part. So I hope my explanation can help Miss Perina to strengthen information regarding though, although, and even though. So though, although, and even though are contrastive adverb clauses used to express a contradiction or opposition in a sentence. So sentences with these connectives have 2 clauses. That is, the first is a main clause, and then the other one is a concessive clause, which include the opposite idea of the main clause of the sentence. Although though and even though are used for same meaning and expressing idea of the contrast, but structurally there is a small difference between them. So though means in spite of something, and usually though is an informal way to say although. And then even though also means in spite of something, but even though is more formal way to say although. So when we use these 3 connectives, 3 must be a contrast between 2 sentences. For example, if the first sentence is positive and the second sentence should be negative in meaning. So as conjunctions, although, though, and even though are interchangeable because these 3 connectives have the same meaning, but the most powerful expression is even though, and the weakest expression is though. So here are some examples. Even though I have many friends, I feel myself lonely. The other one, he was very energetic, although he was old. Next slide. So in this part, here are contrastive connectives. The representative word is but still. So but still, yet, still, and but anyway express that the idea in one clause is opposite in expectation, opinion, or action to do that in the second clause. But still, yet, and but anyway are categorized as the connective adverb. So a comma separates the contrary clause from the one before it. So but still, yet, but anyway are followed by a clause which expresses concession. So we express that we are giving on a point in our argument. So here is 2 examples. So he's a vegetarian, but still he has to cook meat for the other people. So in this case, actually, he's a chef. This sentence describes regarding fact and situation and the contrary actions. The next example is he's vegetarian, but still he eats egg occasionally. So this sentence describes the speaker's opinion and concession from that. Next slide. This slide shows contractive connections. Excuse me, Ms. Rita. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay. Yeah, next one. Okay. This slide shows contractive connectives such as nevertheless, and then nonetheless, and however. So this connective also highlight the contrast or opinion between ideas emphasizing a shift in perspective or introducing an unexpected outcome in the discussion. So nonetheless and nevertheless appear to similar words, but they have slightly different meanings. Nonetheless means in contrast to something that happened or was said. And nevertheless means in spite of something happening. So nonetheless is also used to when speaking about a certain amount of something. For example, he was tired. Nonetheless, he ran 5 miles. And nevertheless is used when referring to something in spite of time or fact. So for example, the data suggests an economic downturn. Nevertheless, the company decided to invest in expansion. Next slide. Yeah, and then this slide, no, the despite one, previous slide. I think previous slide, not next slide. Yeah.
Rita, can you click on the left side, not in the right side? Your cursor. Your cursor should be on the left side. Yes, this one. Despite and in spite.
Before. Yeah, okay. Oh, next one. Okay, this one. So in this part, we discuss about the despite and in spite of. Actually, despite and in spite of have the same meaning and are prepositions. We use despite and in spite of to express that something is unexpected or surprising. So despite and in spite of can followed by noun or verb plus ing. So they can also be followed by the fact that which is less formal. So they are both common in writing than in speaking. Despite is a little more formal than in spite of. Actually, not this slide, yeah, but oh. Oh, excuse me, showing, yeah. What happened?
Rita, maybe Jason would like.
Yeah, I wanna about the showing direct contrast.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jin Song.
Yeah, would you go back to showing direct contrast?
Okay,
Slide.
I go back. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So in this part, we discuss about the but, whereas, and while. So but, while, whereas seems like they serve the same function, but which is to compare and contrast things. However, there are differences between mean and these words are not interchangeable. So for example, we use the word but when we are comparing or contrasting features of the same thing. It is a coordinating conjunction and it links two independent clauses in a compounded sentence. For example, the dog is tired but happy. This means the dog is tired and then the dog is happy. But we don't repeat the dog. So in this example, we can simply use whereas in place of but. So when we use but, we are introducing something opposite the original idea. So if your friend says, I like going to the cinema, but then you know he will say something negative. For example, I like going to the cinema, but it's a bit expensive. So we need to remember that in each case, we are comparing the first item in terms of both following items, but we don't need to repeat the noun. In terms of whereas, we use whereas to compare and contrast the features of different things. For example, James is rich, whereas John is poor. In this example, we are comparing the features of different things. So the different part, James and John. And then while also we can use to compare and contrast. However, unlike the previous tools, we can typically use while at the beginning of the sentence. So for example, while she didn't study very hard, she still got the good grades in her exam. So in this example, we are introducing an idea that contrasts with the idea that in the second clause. For example, it is really surprising that she got the good grades because she didn't study hard. Next one. Excuse me, next slide. Yeah. So, however, and on the other hand, however is more general than that, signifying a sort of mental change of direction. And usually, on the other hand, signifies an alternative to whatever was in the preceding sentence or clause. So these are not quite the same, although similar. So in other words, both however and on the other hand are used to show contrast between ideas. But if one statement refutes the other, you should not use on the other hand. So this is my presentation. Thank you for. Hello, Kanita.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jin Song, as the for your brief and good explanation. And for next, we have a short question. Please, Miss Chandra Jaya, to
Okay, thank you
explanation
for the
about some quiz.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. So let us take some quiz. So please fill the blank with the correct connective words. Who are too willing to do the quiz? Please raise your hand. Maybe we have little gift here. We will give chocolate for everyone who wants to answer the question. Please, maybe Mr. Kwan, try. You want to try?
I want to try
Kevin,
one.
Oh, okay, Bu Dewi, please.
Number one, I always take an umbrella because it rains.
Okay. Thank you, Bu Dewi. Just later we will give you the chocolate, okay? So
Hello,
for the
sir.
next, who won? Kevin?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Miss. She
Yes,
worked.
number
She
two.
worked hard. She worked hard, although he failed to achieve her goal. Use B.
Okay. Okay, Aprilia, please, number three.
Blah blah blah. My sister finished her homework. I went out to play. Since my sister all before my sister finished her homework, I went out to play. That's the answer.
Okay. So number four. Who wants to answer number four?
Use hello. Use
Please.
A. Therefore.
Denny.
Itu
Denny, please.
John didn't have enough time to prepare for the presentation. Therefore, he was unable to deliver it smoothly.
Sorry, can you speak louder?
Sorry, is it louder now?
Okay.
John didn't have enough time to prepare for the presentation. Therefore, he was unable to deliver it smoothly.
Okay. Thank you for your answer, guys. So number one, the answer is I always take an umbrella because it rains. So it's correct. And number 2, before she worked hard, although she failed to achieve her goal. And for number 3, before my sister finished her homework, I went out to play. And number 4, John didn't have enough time to prepare for the presentation. Therefore, he was unable to deliver it smoothly. So congratulations for you guys who correct answer. We will give you chocolate.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. For the winner, please write your address in the chat box, and I will send you a chocolate. Remember me, please. This is not a hug. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Q&A. We received 3 questions. Please, if anyone wants to ask. Please, anyone want to ask?
Yes, Clarita, there is to raise hand.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Swan.
Yes. For tonight we learning both the connective and also the conjunction. I'm confused of both of them. What's the difference? Because they use the words also familiar, right? So can you explain what's the difference between conjunction and connective? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Please, Mr. Gisar or Ms. Chandrajaya for answer.
Okay. I think conjunctions and connectives are both linguistic elements used in language to join words, phrases, or clauses, but they serve a slightly different purpose and can differ in their specific functions. So, conjunctions specifically refer to words that link elements within a sentence, while connectives encompass a broader category of the words or phrases that aid in linking not only elements within sentence, but also between sentences and paragraphs, and contributing to coherence and flow of the text. For example, so, yeah, that is from me. Yeah, maybe I'll give a short time. Yeah, I'll continue to my answer. Is there anyone to help me to answer?
Okay, I want to add the answer from Mr. Jason. So for the conjunction and connective, so conjunction are words that connect two phrases or clauses, but for the connective are words or phrases that indicate the relationship between two sentences or paragraph. And for the conjunction, it for connect two clauses, but for the connection is to connect two sentences or paragraphs. And the next is conjunction. If we removing the conjunction from a sentence will affect the grammatically of the sentence. But if we removing connection, will not affect the grammatically of the writing. But and next, the conjunction not always set apart from the rest of the clause or sentence by commas, but for the connective, set apart from the rest of the sentence by the use of commas. So maybe that can help to answer.
Yes, I understand. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Guan. And next, Miss Ratnasari.
Okay, thank you. I wanna ask, in what ways do connectives enhance the clarity and coherence in a piece of writing? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to answer for your question. So, tips and clarity and coherence in writing by 4 steps. The first one is showing relationships. So they establish links between ideas, sentences, or maybe of paragraphs, clarifying how to they connected. So what is the cause and effect and contrast comparison and sequencing. The second step is improving flow. So connectives ensure smooth transition between different parts of the text, so making it easier for reader to follow the logical progression of the thoughts and ideas. And the third one is highlighting key points. So connectives can emphasize important points or relationship between different parts of the text, guiding the reader's attention to crucial information. Yeah, that is from me.
Okay, clear. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ratnasari. And next, Mr. Fafai.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Rita, can you go back to the quiz? The quiz slide. Okay, I would like to ask for number 2. She worked hard. The correct answer, it is although she failed to achieve her goal. But I don't think so, because although like a small bit the opposite. If we talk in Indonesian, dia bekerja keras meskipun dia gagal mencapai tujuannya. It should be maybe the first should be the previous one. Like meskipun dia gagal mencapai tujuannya meskipun sudah bekerja keras. So I think in this case, I suggest the correct answer is yet. She worked hard, yet she failed to achieve her goal, because it implies that despite the woman hard work, she's still unable to achieve her goal. I don't think that although is the correct answer in number 2. Thank you.
thank you for your question. So, in my opinion, yeah, as I know, yeah, if we use yet, if I'm not mistaken, we sometimes use the in at the end of the sentence. So, for example, she failed to achieve her goal yet, like that. So, actually, I have different opinion, but I'm not sure, yeah, if I'm right or not. So maybe I hope the lecturer's opinion too.
Okay, Jason.
Yeah.
Close it,
Okay.
Rita. Rita, close the
Okay, thank
presentation. I
you.
texted you already. Try to close the presentation and we'll discuss. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Mister. Uh, okay, thank you. Thank you for attending our presentation today. We hope that the discussion and connectiveness is beneficial for all of us who are learning English. Thank you for your attention and participation. Thanks once again and may have a blessed day. Okay, the winner of the chocolate, please send your address correctly. Please don't use a fake address. Thank you from we 10 group. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Rita. Thank you, Group 10, for your presentation. I have something I would like to mention here as my feedback, but beforehand, right, I would like to amend my explanation for the previous group, right? When I had my explanation regarding the use of not only but also, can you remember that? Group 9, would you please share your screen again? I think it was from
Farida.
Farida, yeah? So Farida, would you please open your slide again?
Wait, yes, sir.
Okay. After this, when you already find it, try to open the one that I just explained earlier, the exercises. Have you found one, Farida?
Wait, sir. Oh,
Right. Not
okay.
this one. The one that yeah. Guys, first of all, I would like to say sorry. Vavai was right, and Vavai and other groups like Kevin and somebody else was right. They were right. My mistake. So neither my sister nor my brothers, right? Listen, please. So the answer that is correct is R. The reason is, so the subjects that you have to use as the reference is not the first, but apparently the second one. So not my sister, but my brothers. If that place, that second subject is plural, then we use R. But if you change my sister in the second one and my brothers in the first one, for example, would you like to make another sentence, Farida, number 8, yeah. Neither my brothers nor my sister, just one. Yep, is unwell. Okay, so I hope my amended statement can, go inside you quite deeply, because what I made earlier, what I explained earlier was mistaken. So the subject that is used as the reference is not the first, but the one closest to the verb or the to be. In that case, neither my sister nor my brothers are unwell. Number 8, neither my brothers nor my sister, the one that we use is my sister, singular, so is unwell. Would you like to make number 9? This is something that I was supposed to explain earlier, the difference. If in the future you are facing, or you face this kind of question, like, for example, my sister what's happening? My sister, comma, along with my brothers and parents, comma, blah 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 here.
What's the
Here, right here, here. Yep. We need to be, right? We need to be to fill in that blank spaces. If this situation happens, then the first subject that comes out is the one counted as the reference. Okay? So this was the one that I mixed up. So the answer is my sister, along with my brothers and parents, is here. That's the answer. Sir, we have along with my brothers and parents. There are many people there, right? But we don't count them. The one that we count is the first subject coming out firsthand. That is the reference, which is my sister. Okay, I hope this explanation can change your understanding, because I made a mistake in explaining. Thank you, Vavai, for reminding me of my mistaken explanation. Okay, and thank you, Farida, for helping me explaining to all participants for this evening. Right, if we return to group 10, there are some things I would like to say. First of all, thank you, Rita, for being good moderator. Although I take notes that you are not quite responsive in terms of like a previous, go to the previous slide, go to the next slide, and the like. I don't know what happened. It could be some problems in technicality. And then I texted you as well on the chat box, but I don't think you saw it, so you missed it, right? That's the reason why I set this in the meeting, like to stop your presentation. I would reckon if in the future that happens to you, try to be more responsive, Rita, when you become moderator. Okay, and for Vania, that's good. You asked contextual question that I suggested. Sorry, I'm happy with that. So you ask question that is related to your presentation in the beginning, which is good. And then for Jason, unfortunately, you did not do the same thing as Vania, asking the contextual question. However, what I like from you, Jason, is that you created a very good opening introduction. That's what I want as well from you. So you say how long you will do presentations, who you are, and the like, which is what I expect you to do that. So both Vania and Jason, they have their own weaknesses and their own strengths in terms of the way they present it. Imagine if you could combine, your strengths together. So you not only, ask contextual question in the beginning, but you also properly introduce yourself and make a proper introduction before you start explaining your presentation. Okay, right. And I like the ideas that you explained, the difference between conjunction and connectives. I hope everybody understand that. So simply conjunction is between clauses, phrases, right, and sentences. But connectives is much bigger. So connectives can be related to the way you connect two different sentences after period or after comma, or it can be used to connect between two different paragraphs. Okay, so conjunction normally will deal with, when you use conjunction, you will deal with the idea of coherence. If you can Google that, conjunction is related to the idea of coherence between sentences or in the same paragraph between sentences. But more likely, when you talk about connectives, is way bigger. So it could be related to cohesion, right? When you try to connect one paragraph to another paragraph, so that the flow of your writing can be felt by your readers. So in other words, your readers can see the sense from A to Z in the way you present your topic in your writing. Not just jumping around from A to D, D to E, D to F and the like. So A, B, C, D, they are well connected between one paragraph to others. Okay, and yes, if you could open again, who's sharing the screen previously? I thought it was Rita, right? I don't know if Rita can do that because she just texted me that she has baby. She has to take care of her baby or something. But in the questions, right? In the questions of your exercises, Jason and Vania, the questions are quite ambiguous. I mean, if you see Vavai's comment, the answer was supposed to be yep, I agree with that. But again, I thought it was Vania or something that explained the blank spaces were supposed to be in the beginning of the text, not in the middle. I thought that was the reason why the answer is although. Vania, are you there?
Yes, the one who explained before, Mr. Jason.
Oh, Jason, right. So yeah, I can't remember, but I thought one of you explained why the reason was although, not yet, but although. Anyone can open that, please, because I don't think Rita is responsive now. Jason, can you open your PowerPoint, or Vania? I will make you my co-host, right? And try to open your presentation, please. Is that with you or?
Yes.
Yeah, go on then. Try to open your presentation and go to the question, the exercises, just to let everybody knows. Right, if you could see there, right, number 2, she worked hard, she failed to achieve her goal. If the blank space is in that very position, then the answer Vavai was right. She worked hard, yep, she failed to achieve her goal. But I thought it was you, Vania, or Jason, who said that the answer was although, because the blank space was in the beginning of the sentence. In other words, although she worked hard, she failed to achieve her goal. You know what I mean, right? I'm not sure what I heard was right or was wrong, but if that happens to be right, the blank space is right in the front, then the answer is although. But if this is right, the blank spaces is between hard and she, then Vavai is right. The answer is yes. Okay. And number 4, I was wondering, what are the differences between therefore and consequently? That's quite ambiguous because both of them have the same meaning. So what I suggest is try to choose wiser options, because you can fill in that question with John did not have enough time to prepare for the presentation, therefore he was unable to deliver it smoothly. Or consequently, he was unable to deliver it smoothly. Both answers are right. So you have to be careful in giving the, the other options for the answer. Okay, Vania, Jason, and Rita, that is all
Yeah.
my feedback for you. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. And please give a big applause for the group 10.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's fine. Okay, right. So now I think we're supposed to go to the last group of today. And the last group is group 11 for today, which will be which is Tony, Rafi, and Sodri. This group will present noun clause. Rafi, Sodri, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tony,
Already.
Rafi, and Sodri. You already
Okay.
share screen. Okay.
Can you see
Right.
my screen?
Yes, we can. Okay,
Okay,
yes, group 11, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In this great moment, I would like to introduce our group to the you. My name is Rafi, and a specialist process engineer, and then Mr. Tony as a specialist solution data engineer, and the second is Mr. Sodri, specialist electrical engineer. We from Master Science of Information Technology class. I am as a moderator, and Mr. Tony for a first presenter, and then Mr. Sodri as a second presenter. For Mr. Tony, please, this your time.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Habib. Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before going explain about noun clause, let me introduce myself. My name is Tony. I am from the Master of Science in Information Technology, or MSIT program. It is an honor to be able to present material about noun clause. Okay. Before explain about noun clause, does anyone know about noun clause? Please raise your hand. I just want to see how many of you know about it. Okay, guys, please raise your hand. Okay. Okay. I will explain about noun clause. Noun clause are widespread in English. It is important. It is important to be able to use it with confidence. And let's learn about this grammar in this 3 steps. The first is what is the noun. The second is what are the function of a noun, and the third is the 3 groups. Let's go to the first step. What is noun? Next, Mr. Habib. Okay. Okay, a noun clause get its name because it is simply a clause that acts like a noun. A clause is any group of words that contain both a subject and verb. But noun clause are a specific type of clause called a subordinate clause. Okay, next. In nouns can be a person like a mom or a teacher, and then noun can be a place like a stadium or a restaurant, and noun can be a things like a tree or a watch, and then noun can be abstract nouns that cannot be seen or touched. Usually emotion or ideas such as trust, jealousy, intelligence, stupidity, love, travel, independence. Okay. Next slide. In the second step, we will talk about what are the function of a noun. Noun can be subject and can be direct object. For example, for the present tenses is student can buy discount book here, The subject in here is student and the direct object is discount book. And noun can be indirect object. For example, Sheila wrote the principal a letter. Sheila in here is subject and the principal is indirect object and letter is direct object. Also, noun can be object of the preposition. For example, are you interested in this antivirus software? The subject in here is you and the object of preposition is this antivirus software. And the last one, noun can be subject complements. For example, Oscar became a veterinarian. The subject in here is Oscar and the subject complement is a veterinarian. That's all my explanation. I will return it to Mr. Habib. Please, Mr. Habib.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tony. For the next, Mr. Tony is Samuel.
Thank you, Mr. Rafi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Audrey. I'm a master student from MSIT and a specialist electrical engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, the honor to continue presentation.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Sodri.
I think his connection is somehow interfered by something.
Okay, I will back up for Mr. Sodri. For the step 3, there is 3 groups. For the first is who, what, when, where, why, how, whose, which, whom, and then and the second, whoever, whatever, whenever, wherever, whichever, whomever, and then for the 3 is that and if and whether. For the group 1, is non-clause beginning with a question word. It's content. Okay, Mr. Sodri, can you
Mr. Rafi,
continue?
yes, sorry, I lost my connection.
Okay, thank you. Please continue.
Yes, I will continue. Okay, step 3, the 3 groups with a formula what plus subject and verb. As example, for a question, where does she live? If changed to noun clause, I don't know where she lives. And also the which one, what did he say? If noun clause to change is what she said surprised me. And we can see noun clause is not a question, it's a statement. And the other example, please tell me how, sorry? Yes, other example, please tell me how I can get to the bus station. If changed to noun clause, please tell me how to get the bus station. This is an example from group 1. Okay, Mr. Rafi, next slide. Mr. Rafi. Hello. Aduh.
Hello, Mr. Sodri.
Hello.
Can you see?
Yes, Mr.
Can you
Rafi.
see?
Can next slide?
My screen is the next slide is page
Oh, but
8, yeah.
okay, step 3 ya. The 3 groups. Okay, the 3 groups is have
group 2, sir. Page 8.
Group 2, yes, yes, okay, yes. Now is example from group 2, like group 1, but is plus ever words. The formula is whenever subject plus verb, and the example like whoever, if change to non-clause, whoever wants to come is welcome. For the next example, whatever, if non-clause, he always says whatever comes into his mind. For whoever, the student might dress whoever they please. Okay, Mr. Rafi, next slide. And group 3 example included that, if, and whether. The formula is if or whether plus subject plus verb or not. This is a non-clause beginning with that, whatever, or if. Example like this, he is good actor. For a non-clause, I think that he is a good actor. And example, the word is round. For a non-clause, that the word is round is fact. The next example, like a question, will she come? For a non-clause, I don't know whether she will come, or I don't know if she will come. That's all from me for the explanation. Please, Mr. Rafi, I give back to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sodri and Mr. Tony. That's all from our materi non-clause. After this, we will next to the quiz time. Please, Mr. Tony, could you please?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Habib. This is the quiz time, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone can have to answer for point number 3. Before that, I think Mr. Sodri can explain number 1 and number 2. Please, Mr. Sodri.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tony. Example quiz time for number 1. The example like I don't know, and how old is he? The answer, if change to non-clause, how old he is. Like that, this transfer to a non-clause statement. And example number 2, what was he talking about? Was interesting. The answer, if changed to the non-clause, it what he was talking about. And this is change the question question to a non-question statement. Okay, Mr. Ravi, you can take audience to answer other question.
Okay, please, for everyone, could help us to answer this? Please raise hand. Maybe I choose can Mr. Sandi, could you help to answer this? Or Mr. Denny, or Mr. Muhadi?
Yeah, sure. For number 3, yeah.
Yes.
For number 3, my answer would be please tell me where you live.
Please tell me where you live. So the answer is where you live, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And the next. Maybe Mr. Neil. Okay, just one audience, yeah, for Mr. Denny. Anyone else to answer? Okay, if no other answer, we will answer this, yeah. For the three, where do you live? Please tell me. The answer is where you live. This correct, yeah, for Mr. Denny. And then for the next, what did she say? For the non-clause is this is what she said. And then for the five, when are they coming? Do you know? And then the answer, when they are coming, for change the non-clause. And then for the six, I can remember how much does it cost? I can remember. The answer is how much it costs. And then the last, which one does he want? Let's ask him. And non-clause is which one he wants. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all from our group presentation. Maybe any question and feedback from the audience?
Rafi, you're welcome to close it, and then I will do my feedbacks to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much for your time and also the attention. Thank you and have a great day.
I believe it's have a good night, Rafi. It's already night here in Indonesia, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is also the reason why I asked you to close your presentation, Rafi, Tony, and Sodri, because I thought the other participants, some of them have been, still here focusing on your presentation, but the names that you try to call, like Denny, Neil, Royan, and the like, probably they are already on the way to sleep. I don't know where they are. I don't blame them. It's really late, right? So anyway, first of all, my feedback to you, Habib, you've done a very great job in moderating this presentation. I am happy that you can back up Sodri because he had connection problems. That is how you should do presentation. When there is something wrong, then you should come up and then try to provide backup so that the presentation keeps on going. I would like to put credits on what you did, Rafi, which is great. And Tony, you've done very well in presenting. I like your contextual question, although some of your friends did not answer, but you did well. That's how you do, right? Ask contextual question. For Sodri, I'm not sure you did that because you had connection problems. So I just would like to provide feedbacks to you next time when you have opportunity to present something, ensure your connection is strong, because that is what matters, right? And then, yeah, I like your engagement in terms of exercises, but again, this is already too late. your friends are already going to bed, probably. That's the reason why when you called out their names, some of their names did not respond because they were already in Jakarta, they're already in Bandung, their mind already in Singapore, their mind already in London, having a dream. Anyways, that's fine for now because the time is already almost finished, right? What I would like to do right now to you guys is like to ask you who's the next presenter, right? So we will have 3 more presenters for next week. So it means we will have group 11, group 12. One second, guys. Right, so any one of you would like to be group 12, especially those who haven't done presentation. Anyone? Dede Wulandari, Riando, Salsabila, great. Allow me to type down. All right. Hang on, guys, 1 second. My screen is giving me a little problem because I thought there was a glitch. So Dede, Riando, yeah? Riando and Dimas. Let me write it down. And group 13.
It is not Dimas, I think, sir, but Salsabila.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Salsabila. Right. Okay, group 13. Then we have Viranda, Stanley, and Dimas. Dimas, yeah. Viranda, Stanley, and Dimas. And then we have group 14. Second, guys. 14. We have Sandi, Nurli, and Reni, yeah? Right. So, guys, thank you for the 3 groups presenting next week. The topic that I would like to inform you would be rather different than the normal days that we have. We've been talking about grammar, right? I would like to talk something else. I would like you to present something else. So group 12, Dede, Riando, and Salsabila, I would like you to talk next week about IELTS. Okay? Dede, Riando, Salsabila? IELTS. What IELTS is, what kind of test, the example of tests, and then how long it is, how much it is now when you want to do the test of IELTS, where you can do the test around Jababeka, around Jabodetabek, right? Dede, Riando, Salsabila, you're welcome to check the recording so you actually know what I would like you to present next week, okay? For group 13, Viranda, Stanley, and Dimas, I would like you to present TOEFL IBT, okay? Can I talk about TOEFL as well? Only TOEFL, sir? I mean, can I show the presentation related to the all variants of TOEFL? Yes, you can. I like it. So not just TOEFL IBT, but you can do what are the variants of TOEFL, first of all, right? There's so many TOEFL tests like institutional TOEFL, and then paper-based TOEFL and the like, and then TOEFL IBT. After that, you present more what TOEFL IBT is, the price, what the test is, how long, where, and so on. Okay, that's for group 13, Viranda, Stanley, and Dimas. Then the last group for next week, Sandy, Nurli, and Reni. This is rather different. A newly coming out type of test of English. The name is Duolingo. Right? So Duolingo test is just a current and new type of test which is intended to change TOEFL IBT and IELTS. Intended doesn't mean that it will change, right? But it's quite good because most universities now start using that, because not only it is cheaper than IELTS and TOEFL IBT, but it also can be accessed quite easily by other test takers or by all test takers. I would like you to, Sandy, Nurli, and Renit, to talk about this, Duolingo. What is this? When it was founded? How the test should be? What are tested? How much is this? And what is the system of the test, face-to-face, online, or whatever you can find? All right. Yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So next week we have a pack, like 3 packs of presenters, which I believe will provide you with some new information regarding IELTS, TOEFL IBT, and Duolingo. Okay, so now I think it's already 11:30 in the evening. Tomorrow you will go to work. I will not push you to stay around for too long, but beforehand, as usual, I would like to share my screen, and then give me some time first. I will show you my quiz so that you can scan your attendance. Remember, guys, scan the attendance only for you. Don't give it to somebody else, especially those who are not here. For those who are here, you can give it to them. But those who are not here, then that is breaching my class, right? Breaching the rule of my class. Those who don't attend, don't attend. 1 second. Meeting realization. And I am sharing my screen right now. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please do scan your attendance so I can see that you're here. I can also see from the recordings, right? Please bear in mind, those who are not here, not here.
Sir, is there something wrong with quiz, sir? Every week count as absent.
Is that Vincent?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll check. I'll double check. I don't think that's the problem. Probably it was not going in when you try to scan it. I can do it
I
manually.
mean, it's changing to absent from week 1, sir. But it's also happened to other subject too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From week 1?
From week 1 until 10.
That's a long way to go. That case, I can't answer that question. Vincent. You need to go to Pak Roni, I suppose.
It's happened to me too, sir. I think it's for all students.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
it
I mean-
happened to other subjects as well. So not only the English subjects.
Right. Yeah, Stanley, Muhadi, and Vincent, you're welcome to contact Pak Roni and ask them what happened, right? I think Pak Roni is the one in charge in doing this.
Okay. Like from your view, is it count as absent, sir?
I can't tell. I have to close this down first, isn't it?
Okay.
You finished with this?
I can absent, sir.
You finished?
Yes, sir.
Finish,
sir.
yeah? Okay. Okay, I'll close it down. And I will refresh. Can you still see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What week are you stated that you are absent?
Every single
From
week.
All week, sir.
Every single
From
week.
the
Okay,
first
let's try
One
week
until
5.
nine.
Let's try week 5, yeah?
Oh.
No, in my place it's fine. Like some of you were absent, some of you are present. Not all of you absent.
From lecturer view, it's normal then, sir.
Yeah, it is, it is.
Yeah, I
So
guess
in
it's
my
just
view,
from
see, the names are still there. For those who are present in my view.
Yeah, I guess there's problem with the student quiz then.
Yeah.
In my view, all my attendance is absent.
Yes, so that is the case that I would suggest you to talk to Pak Roni. I'm sure you do you know Pak Roni's number? I think he's the one I thought he was the one dealing with the puis.
Yes, we have
Or-
already his number, sir.
Right, great. Yeah, great, Vavai. Or you can, Bureni is, if Bureni is still here, you can talk to Bureni. Probably she can try to
Yeah.
provide suggestions on whom to contact and ask questions about this.
Okay, I think you can contact SOCDEV for voice problem, but please also provide us screenshot what the problems so we can know better, understanding.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Bureni. That's the answer, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do the answer, but Bureni can. Okay, Soft Dev department. I believe that one of the members of Soft Dev department is Pak Roni. Is that right, Bureni?
Pak Roni is e-campus, sir.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Pak Roni is campus. And who's? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to find out
Pak
now.
Anton.
Pak Anton. Yes.
Pak
My
Anton.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, Bureni. Yes, Pak Anton. I also contacted Pak Anton this morning regarding some questions I may have. Yes, Pak Anton is the name, ladies and gentlemen. And I could share the contact details on group by tonight or tomorrow morning. So you're welcome to start contacting him in person. Provide a screenshot of the problems you're facing at the moment. All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's supposed to be all. Before I close, does anyone have question? Okay, no questions. Brilliant. Perfect. So that is supposed to be all, ladies and gentlemen, our meeting for tonight. Thank you so much for coming and for your active participation during the classroom activities. And I will see you at the same time next week, 9 p.m. in the evening on Wednesday. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.